Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Skybreak, not Ximm, and today we're doing a Rushdown release party for Ximm's False EP. So I've got the man, the myth, the legend himself right here.
Yo.
And yeah, we're gonna be talking about his new EP, False. So I'm honestly, he's one of my favorite color-based acts at the moment, I guess. Honestly, you know, he won my contest all the way back in December 2020, and honestly I was completely blown away by this very track here, False, which eventually became his Rushdown debut. So what was kind of the thought process behind making a song like False?
I was really inspired by Chinergy Bye at the time, and I kind of was just listening to it on repeat for the entire day. And when I came back home, I kind of just randomly, I don't think anyone told me about this. I was just randomly on your SoundCloud page and I found your Discord server, and so I went in and I saw you did the contest, so I just entered. And this song was also composed in like 3 days.
3 days?
So, yep, 3 days.
Bro, what the heck? That is crack.
And yeah, I just heard it in 3 days. I was super inspired by Chinergy Bye.
Damn, you know, I've heard a lot of like some of the greatest songs ever written were made in like really, really short amounts of time. Like the first one that comes to mind is Song 2 by Blur. Apparently it was written like on a whim in 2 hours in the studio. So it's kind of cool how creativity can manifest itself in such short durations. Actually, my track Waterfall was written in 3 days as well, so...
Oh shoot.
Who knows, bro? Sometimes songs that you spend 200 hours on sound kind of shit, and then songs you spend 20 minutes on are like your best song ever, so who knows? But anyway, enough talk. Here is Ximm's track False, which you guys might have already heard on New Colors 4. right. So next up on the list is a song called Never Alone. And what's really interesting about this EP I've found is it doesn't use traditional 440 hertz tuning. It is either pitched up a little bit or down a little bit throughout the project. Was this an intentional maneuver?
Honestly, I do whatever sounds fine to me. I have a perfect pitch, so it just feels kind of more, I don't know, like an evolution of the sound, or actually it just sounds drastically different for me. I think Nasco and Virtual Ride also do this as well. Like they change the pitch so that the song or the idea don't sound so like the same and sounds more refreshing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how just by offsetting the tuning up or down, just a minuscule amount can completely switch up the vibe of the tune. And I think that's done really, really well here.
Thank you.
It's a banger. I think some examples for some listeners if you guys want to hear some more odd tuning songs. Trinergy and Leatrix also like to do it a lot in addition to, Virtual Riot and Nasco, as Ximm mentioned. So I'm really pumped to play this one through. So this is Never Alone by Ximm. And there's track 2. Crazy stuff. So, this is track 3 of the False EP. This one is called Anthesis, and it has become a bit of a staple in my sets. I just absolutely love the vibes on this one. So, what do you have to say about this tune?
Oh, okay. First of all, thanks for playing it a lot. Thanks for liking the song a lot. That means the world to me.
Of course.
I would never, if I were like, if you would have told me I would have been in this position 6 months ago, I would have never fucking guessed.
I think this is a really cool switch up. This whole EP generally is just super cool in sets because it's just a really chaotic kind of variant of color bass, especially with some microtonal tuning, as we were going over in the last track. It just adds a new kind of fresh vibe to sets, and it's also just super fun to listen to at home because it's like, worlds and worlds worth of color. Did you have any non-EDM inspirations for the project?
Actually, part of this song, which is actually an intro, was written by my father a little bit. The piano you can hear was his idea, and I was just, yeah, I can go for it and continue on. And I thought I could just leave it in. Otherwise, not really. I just wrote the outro because I felt like it could fit. That's probably it. And the drop was just a bunch of my sound design, which I randomly did one day.
That's super cool, how music runs through people's family. I've collaborated with my father very low-key on a few tracks. He's a guitarist, not a piano player. But I think it's super cool how you're incorporating some of his stuff into the music here. So without further ado, let's get into track 3, Anthesis.
Shaking my lungs gives me a reason, keeps me excited, something to believe in. There's nothing quite like falling in love. The beat in my heart, the shaking my lungs gives me a reason, keeps me excited, something to believe in.
Anthesis. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Hopefully, dude. Why are you asking me? I don't know this language at all.
Rip. You're doing good. You're doing good. All right. So now we are on to track 4, which is Till We Collapse, and this one's another really, really great tune. This is one of the most solid EPs on Rushdown. Honestly, I'm super excited to be releasing this host. Fuck. Let's try that again. I think all the tracks off this EP have just been absolutely stellar so far. It's definitely one of my favorite color-based projects of all time, I think. And it's just really special because I don't want to take all the credit, but I think the contests that I held and Sharks held really started to expose some of my favorite underground talent. I know Zerkanova won the first one, you won mine, and then Comic-Con, Caro, and Mr. Cool Tricks won the third one we did, and all of them are now resident Rushdown members, and I just think it's super cool that in our little underground space, you know, we can elevate talent like that, and they produce some of the greatest works in the industry. So what do you have to say about Till We Collapse?
So the outro is actually also like a really small collaboration in a sense with another friend of mine, Serge, who is under the nickname of Serge on the SoundCloud, and right now it's Sam Guild, but I actually wrote the outro in a call with him, and yeah, it was so it hits really close to me. I think the outro is the best part of the song, to be quite honest, because it hits really close emotionally. I also edited like the vocal and the pitch of it a lot, and it just makes up for a great ending, I think.
That's super cool, you know. I think everyone who's listening to this, go check out Surge afterwards. It's not like traditional dubstep stuff, but I haven't known him for too long, but everything I've heard has just been, you know, insanely well produced. So yeah, the emotions that come across throughout this entire project are just like otherworldly and surreal, and it's so nice. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into Till We Collapse by Ximm.
You and me together, we could be anything. You and me together, we could be anything. Anything. You and me together, we could be anything. Anything. You and me together, we could be anything. Anything.
And so that was Ximm's new EP False, which is out now on all platforms via Rushdown Recordings. Do you have any concluding thoughts, like inspirations for the project, or anything you want to say about this?
Really, a lot of the stuff on this EP was inspired by pictures or images, in a sense. So like I was drawing inspiration not so much from music overall. Then I was like thinking about images and the pictures, like of like waterfalls or like flowers. You know, like Anthesis means blooming, basically, as I understand it. And I was just thinking, how would I feel, kind of, how would I write that down so like kind of represents that image. Yeah, also the Till We Collapse song, the first drop, the idea of it was really inspired by Gunning For You. I'm not sure, Quicks, I think it was Quicks Dying For You, Vultura's remix. It was really inspired by that. I love that song.
Yeah, Vultura's so good. And I think that images and pictures thing you were talking about is so unique, honestly. That's super cool. I think a lot of people nowadays in the industry take inspiration from other music or other cultures or anything like that. But, you know, taking your music to another plane of artistic expression is just super cool. And I think a lot of the flowery bloominess really takes place in Anthesis. That's super cool. But yeah, that's about it for this release party then. I hope everyone is enjoying the EP and continues to enjoy the EP. It's definitely one of my favorites, so it's going to be a staple in my set for years and years to come, I think. And be sure to follow Ximm on all socials. Be sure to look out for his upcoming releases. His entire discography is fucking incredible, and he is way too humble about it, so let me do the talking and gas him up. But yeah, that's about it for this. My name is Skybreak.
Yo, what was my name? Oh, my name was Ximm.
Yeah, his name is Ximm. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.
Rushdown.